And this is the Morning Swim Show for Friday, October 16th, 2009, and it is time for our weekly chat with Natalie Coughlin, who is kicking butt on Dancing with the Stars. And Natalie joins us on Skype once again from LA. How you doing, Natalie?
I'm doing well. I'm having the best time.
I gotta tell you, it seems like you're really finding your comfort zone.
I'm trying to. I'm really trying to find my comfort zone. And it's hard because it's something new every week and you have to learn something new very quickly. But I mean, I've said this before and it's really cliche, but it is the best challenge and it's an awesome learning experience.
But the learning curve, I know it's steep, but it's completely different than watching you in like the first week, because you could tell you were nervous in your face, you were biting your lip as the judges said, but now you're giving those sensual looks to your partner, and I mean, you look like a real dancer out there.
I'm trying to look like a real dancer. I think, fortunately for me, learning the basic choreography isn't the difficult part. It's getting into the character and showing personality and passion while you're working so hard. So doing those things at the same time is what is difficult for me, but it's coming more and more easy. So hopefully I will continue to progress, continue to move on in this competition, and then continue to show that I am getting better.
And we were just showing one of the clips. I got a question. Who chooses the outfits?
It's a little bit, Alec has a lot of input, but it's based on your dance. So, for instance, in the rumba and the bolero, it has to have this really flowy, kind of sexy, side of it, really soft colors. And then, so Alec and I go into wardrobe and we talk with them and they're amazing. And then Alec's wife has a lot of, input. Like, we'll ask her, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? So I definitely have a very edified outfit. And then so this week I have the paso doble, which is completely different. It's kind of like a cape type skirt. I'm not describing it well, but it's like boy shorts with a cape type skirt and a really strong top. It's going to be very, very fun and very aggressive dance. And apparently Alex says that will suit my personality, whatever that means.
Paso doble. See, now we're getting beyond the dances that I know, which is not many. But I mean, I'm trying to envision. I mean, what is this dance like?
The paso doble is.
You can stand up and illustrate if you'd like.
Ah, gosh, I wish I could, but I haven't gotten there yet. I just learned it yesterday. But the paso doble is a very aggressive dance. It's kind of like a bull and the bullfighter. So I'm attacking Alec, he's attacking me, figuratively. And so you have a really strong look on your face. There's no smiling involved, which is good because it's really hard for me to smile when I'm working so hard. So there's no smiling involved, really intense stares, and yeah, it's just about the interaction between the two of us, and it's really fun so far.
Besides the dancing, you're having a blast, but does it become difficult being away from your comfort zone for so long?
It does. It is hard to be away from my home, my husband, my dogs, my routine. But those training camps for like the Olympic team or world championships, you're gone for like 6 weeks to a month. And so I have some experience with being away from home, and fortunately here I have an apartment, I have a car, so I could do, whatever I want when I have some downtime, and that really helps me just relax when I get a chance to relax.
So they hook you up with an apartment, like everybody lives in the same, not in the actual same apartment, but the same complex and everything?
Yeah, it's a huge complex in West Hollywood, and a lot of the people who aren't based out of LA live here, and even a couple of dancers live here, and it's a really central location, and it's funny, I like LA a lot more than I thought I would. It's really kind of gritty and urban and fun, and I like it.
Now, people will recognize you, fairly often, I would imagine, as an Olympic gold medalist swimmer, but now that you're kind of in a different genre, you're almost on a pop show, do you get noticed a lot more in LA?
I am a little bit. LA is such a strange place because so many people are famous. But last week, I started to notice that people were recognizing me when I thought people were just being really friendly and smiling at me just because, I was a stranger on the street. And last week, there were several times where people came up to me either when I was shopping or at the grocery store where they're like, "Hi, how you doing?" I was like, "Fine, how are you?" And then they proceed to give me their comments and feedback on the dancing. And so it's quite an interesting change, but it's been fun, and it'll be interesting when I actually go home.
Did they actually give you a score?
They didn't give me a score, but one woman explained to me how my first week's salsa dance wasn't true salsa music and how I should have changed it.
Well, that's nice of her.
which is funny because you have some influence on your musical choices, but not a ton, and it has to do with legal rights and stuff. But I appreciated her feedback.
Well, you should ask her if you can go to the pool with her sometime and critique her backstroke.
Oh, and you know what? I think I'm going to get Alec in the pool this week, so it should be really fun.
Oh, take some pictures. We'll put them on the show. That'll be hysterical.
Oh. Yeah, it'll be great. I have, all my Speedos picked out. I have all these great, flip turns with bright colors picked out for him. And I think either tomorrow or Saturday we'll get him in the pool. So I'm really excited about that.
Very cool. And real quick, I heard that you're living in the same apartment complex as some other big-name swimmers as well.
Yes, Rebecca Soni, Jessica Hardy, and Dominik Meichtry all live here. And it's been great because Dominik and Jessica have had me and Rebecca over for dinner, and they've been wonderful neighbors. So it was nice to have some friends away from home here.
You guys got a regular medley relay going on over there.
I know, and they were great. They just left for World Cup, and Dominik, Jessica, and Rebecca all came to the show 2 weeks ago, and I think they had a great time. So it's really nice to have some friends in LA.
Well, it gets cooler and cooler to watch every week. So best of luck next week with the paso doble, and we will talk to you a week from now.
Perfect. Thanks.
All right. Thanks, Natalie.
Okay. Have a good day.
All right. That's Natalie Coughlin joining us once again, and that is it for this week's show. We'll see you next time. I'm Peter Bush, reminding you to keep your head down at the finish. October issue of Swimming World magazine looks back at the memorable moments from the U.S. Open and Junior National Championships. On the cover is Missy Franklin, who was the star at juniors, swimming times that would have put her on the World Championship team. Our coverage of the U.S. Open starts on page 8, where we highlight swims by Jessica Hardy and Chad LaTourette, as well as the men's 200 IM, where all 8 swimmers wore briefs. Senior writer John Lone talked with Elizabeth Pelton about her quick rise from virtual unknown to World Championship team member on page 12, and we continue our look back at 50 years of covering aquatic sports with a look at the years 1993 to 1996, as well as a comparison of the careers of Christina Egerzegi and Kirsty Coventry. Open water swimming enthusiasts can read Steve Munatona's story on page 18, which details how age group coaches are getting younger swimmers introduced to the sport. Our swim section features plenty of tools to help master swimmers improve technique, with tips from Carlin Pipes-Nielsen and J.R. Rosania, and a week's worth of workout from Omaha Masters coach Tom Samlin. World record holder Lois Kivi-Nachman is this month's lane leader, and she's profiled on page 26. Robin Jacobs talks about coaching YMCA swimmers in the swimming technique section, and Michael Stott writes about handling a tricky high school swimming season on page 30. In the junior swimmer section, you can find our coverage of junior nationals and YMCA nationals, which begins on page 51. Premium members have a lot of bonus features in this month's digital issue. Many of our stories have embedded links, such as this video interview featuring Missy Franklin's coach, Todd Schmitz.
She was able to go to trials at 13 last year. Got some valuable experience from that meet. And I think that, ever since then, we've said 2012 is the goal. Coming off the meet in Vancouver, it was definitely not an easy decision on what meet we wanted to go to focus on. At the end of the day, we really wanted to make the World Cup team for November when they're going to go over and race a couple short course meter meets. And I think that we really cemented that spot for that team. And I think that's going to give her a little more international experience. And so that when she does make that next team, whatever it may be, I think she'll be more mentally and physically prepared to be there.
And on page 10, premium members can watch 8 of our most memorable morning swim show interviews from this summer. Tyler Clary, Elizabeth Beisel, and Amanda Beard, just a few of the people that you can watch. If you're not a premium subscriber, you can go to swimmingworld.com and click on the subscribe link.